Hi everyone, Savannah here. This is take number 3. I just can't seem to get with it this morning. Or, I just can't. This is episode 2 of my knitting podcast. I feel really weird making this for some reason. It just doesn't, it's just odd. And I've been making videos on YouTube for a couple of years now. It just feels weird. I don't know how to, I guess these are just, since it's not cross stitch, I don't know how to work into it. But I'll just try to keep it simple and to the point, I guess. There's no chit-chat, no life updates, no nothing of that sort right now. So I guess we'll just start with the knitting. I have one finished since last time. That is it's called My Favorite Weekend Hat. I forget who it's by. I don't have anything with me right now. But everything will be linked below that I talk about, so you can go and find it. I finished my hat and stitched up pretty quickly. I think it took me 4 or 5 days total. I can't remember. And yeah, I really like it. I do have a few mistakes in it. I don't know how I managed those mistakes, but it still works out. This is what it looks like if you were to wear it reverse. So it's very bright. So I like it this way better. Keeps it, the pink is more of a peekaboo kind of thing. I really like that. Probably make another one of these. So I made well, you can't even see it. I made the large size, and I haven't washed it or blocked it or anything like that. And it fits well. It just feels almost a little too big. So when you knit it, normally with a hat pattern, you use a smaller size needle for the brim, and then you go to your bigger size and do it. This pattern called for use the same needle size the whole way up. So it feels a little stretched out. Like I wore this on a pretty windy day. And it felt like it was gonna blow off my head. But it didn't, luckily. So I'm wondering if I should try washing this and seeing if it'll shrink a little bit. I don't know. Has anybody had this kind of yarn? This is the Malabrio Rios, and the color, the dark gray is Pearl 10 and the hot pink is just fuchsia. Does this shrink a little bit? Would it shrink a little if I washed it? I can still take my palm off. I haven't attached it like permanently. So I'm wondering, but that's my one finish for the month. I almost had another finish, but I just, okay, dilly-dallying. What are we going to talk about? None of these are in any particular order. I'm just going to show them how they are on my desk. So what's this one? Okay, this one is my You Better Work socks. I know I showed this last time. I believe Max the Knitter is who designed these. I know I've restarted them. I don't remember if I restarted them before the last video. I can't remember. But I did end up having to restart them because I switched to the magic loop instead of using 2 separate needles, circular needles. And I was knitting it, and then what it was. Oh, I was reading ahead in the pattern just to prepare myself for the next step. And it said I needed to do something with the markers, which I just have them down here because they slip off. The way I have it, they slip off, so I just have them marked right here. It said to do something with the stitch markers, and I didn't have them in there. And I was like, oh, I don't know where they're supposed to go. So I ripped it back to the toe, and then I think I accidentally dropped a stitch or two, and I couldn't see where it was, so I just decided to rip the entire thing out, and I restarted it. I'm only this far. This is inside out because that's the way you're supposed to work it. I've only gotten this far. I don't know if I'm in love with making socks. I do have ladders on either side because of the magic loop. I have a hole. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. No, you can't. Just because my lighting is terrible. Let's see. Well, I can do that and then have a bright spotlight. I have a hole right here. I don't know. It doesn't look like a drop stitch or anything like that. I don't know. So I'll keep going and see how it goes. Like, I want to get to the heel part and see how that is knitting up. I don't want to say how difficult that might, like use the word difficult, because everything in knitting could be difficult. It's just you need to try it, right? I don't know if I'm going to be a sock knitter. I don't know. So there's that. I haven't done a lot on that. I took it to church yesterday just to do a little bit, but then I stopped because I wasn't sure where I needed to stop for the pattern, because I couldn't put it on my foot in the middle of church. That would have been weird. Next is, what is this one? Oh, no, I'm not going to show that one just yet. Next is The Secret Forest by Heidi May, or the Velvet Acorn. So that's what hers looks like. I believe I have yarn to do, well, I know I have yarn to do it in the gray, but I can't remember what I chose for the color work at the bottom. But I also have another, the one I started is in green. I decided to start it in green. So I showed you what I had started last time, and I ended up restarting it since then. So it's a little bit less than what I showed you last time. So I knit very tight, like my tension is tight. So my gauge swatches are always too many stitches. And it usually requires me to, move up several needle sizes. Well, when I pulled this out to look at it, I had done that. I had went up a lot. Let's see here. It calls for a US 10.5 and an 11. So a 6.5 millimeter and an 8 millimeter needle. I went up to a 15. So instead of a 13 and a 15. And then decided to also knit a size up from what I normally wear. I'm like, why did I do that? And so since I was not very far into it, Aurora, I'm sorry, my cat's going crazy. Aurora, you're being crazy, lady. She's going nuts down there. Since I wasn't very far into it, I decided that I should at least drop the needles down and keep, and just stitch the larger size. So instead of doing the 10.5 and 11 needles, I decided to do 11 and 13. Only one size up per what I needed. And still just knit the large size. So I ripped it all out and restarted, and, not very far. This is using, do I have the tag in here? Yeah. I'm using Knit Picks Brava, and the colorway is Dublin. It's a bulky weight yarn. The pattern calls for Brooklyn Tweed Quarry. I couldn't afford that. But she also recommends Lion Brand's Color Made Easy. I couldn't get my hands on that, or at least, my Joann's did not carry enough of the main color that I wanted. So I ordered this stuff since it's kind of comparable. We'll see. It's really bulky, it's really thick, and I don't know, we'll see. This definitely needs some attention as well. But yeah, I restarted that, and hopefully everything will go well. I can usually tell if something's going to fit me by the time I am done with like the yoke when I separate for the sleeves. So that's when I will try it on and see how it goes. Let me show you the bag that it's in. It was a gift from a friend, and so I should, tell you all about her company. I think she plans to sell these. She is making tweaks to all of her bags, so this is like prototype number 1 or something like that. But this is her, I want to say this is her medium bag. So it's by Spectacular Yarns, Jen Crafts here on YouTube. But she is a yarn dyer here in Colorado, and she is about to expand into bags. So this is her side strap bag drawstring, and the interior will have, one side has a few pockets and even a skinnier pocket for like pencils or DPNs or something like that. So she gifted me this. It's really lovely. So I just have this in there for now, since it's still on the smaller side. Stick that in there. Yep. What next? Oh, I guess I'll show you the next one that's in another one of her bags. So this one is called the Heart Warmer Cowl. And, okay, I just have a black and white photo. So it looks like, sorry about that text message. I am working this in a fingering weight. This is also by Spectacular Yarns, Jen. So this is what her logo looks like. I'll link her below as well. So this color is called Blue Springs. This is from her, I bought this when she first opened her shop. So she has many, many colors now, and they're all so lovely. I also have other yarn by her too, but I don't think I'm going to show that project today because I have barely any progress on that. Anyway, so those baubles that I talked about last time, because there's baubles in this, were such a pain in the butt. They're time consuming, so I just put it down. And I was thinking about it the other day, how I need to just pick it up, get it done. You know, it's a smaller project. I should be able to have it finished relatively quickly. So I did that this weekend. I mean, it's not finished, obviously, but I finished the first row of baubles, did the second row of baubles, and I'm working on my third row of baubles. And then that'll be it for the bauble section. I don't like baubles. One, because they're time consuming, and second, because they're inconsistent looking, and then they leave these holes. Where's one? There's like holes next to every single one, and I don't know why. Is that supposed to be like that? Am I doing something wrong? I am not a fan of baubles at all. I will never do them again. If I had more patience, I guess, or the motivation, I would just rip this back and then stockinette stitch this entire section. But I am not going to do that because that's a lot of work. I am just going to finish that last row of baubles and move on to the next section because I'm excited to get this finished. Because by the time it's finished, spring will be here and I won't be able to wear it. Alright, and then this is another one of Jen's bags. She even got little tags for them. So she decided to do side handles, like, well, I guess front handles? Double handles for this style. This is another prototype that she made. This is a smaller size. Everything's the same, you know, you get the, like 3 pockets on the inside. And yeah, I thought that was super cute. I don't cinch this one up since it's so small. But I think she's going to add snaps to her bag. Oh, this other feature that she put in here, I forgot to mention. It was super cool. It's a little elastic loop that you can put a ring on and dangle some stitch markers from, so you can have them with you. That's a really cool feature. I like that. So this could fit 2 skeins of yarn, fingering weight. Well, at least the fingering weight yarn. It could probably fit 2 of anything, except for maybe bulky. Yeah, I really like that. I love the little bees. And I love yellow. Like mustard yellow. What else? Okay, one more whip and then I'll show you my new start, which is technically a whip, but it's the newest start. So my last whip is my Sunday sweater by Petite Knits. I only have a black and white photo right here, so you can click on the link below if you want to see better photos. So it looks like that. Super excited. I am almost done, guys. If I wouldn't have worked on the cowl this weekend, I probably would have gotten this finished. Or at least one even further. So here's the front. So I think the last time I showed you, I had just separated the sleeves. Well, I have the whole body finished. One sleeve finished. Look at that beautiful sleeve. And then I have the other sleeve almost finished. I have 3 more increases I need to do, and then I can do the cuff, and it's done. Super excited to wear this. Oh, there goes Aurora. Super excited. So this sweater, what was I using? Wonder Fluff. Knit Picks Wonder Fluff. It's in Hair Heather. So it's an alpaca. Where's all my... Here we go. It's an alpaca merino nylon blend. I guess you'd call that, right? Bulky weight, of course. I am using 1 size up needle, but I'm also making the medium size, which is my go-to size, medium. And I just went up 1 needle size, and it fits. I've tried it on several times. It fits. I am hoping that maybe it will tighten up a little bit along the ribbing up here, because I am terrible at going from knit to pearls or pearls to knit. They're always loose. So there's a bunch of holes. I wouldn't say holes, but there's holes. Just because it's not tight enough along these lines right here. So kind of hoping it tightens up just a little bit. But yep, I'm going to continue working on this today, see how many more increases I can go before I get tired. Like I said, I want to have it done. I'm going to have it done before at least Sunday so I can wear it to church. So I can show it off. It's the only place for me to show off my knits. Okay. And my last. This is a new start. I just wanted to get it cast on and get a little bit of work into it, just a little bit. I think it's just the collar. I can't remember. Aurora, honey, please stop. Just to have it ready, because I hate starting things. I mean, I love starting things, but I hate the actual having to start it. I like things when they're already started so I can just work into them, or keep working on them. So this one is called, oops, sorry, I forgot to show you. It's called Texture Tide by Judith Bryan. You're not gonna see there's a really beautiful like mock cabling on this side of the sweater, even on the sleeve, and then the rest is just stockinette stitch, and I like that color blocking a lot. I'm hoping this sweater is not that difficult, because I might actually want to do this in many other colors too. You know what? If it is difficult, then I might try just doing it all in stockinette. We'll see. I'm not confident in my skills to go off pattern with things yet. But let me show you what I have. I'll show you the colors that I will be using it. Sorry about that. Okay, so I am using Knit Picks palette yarn, which is a fingering weight. It is, what is it? Oh, it's 100% Peruvian Highland wool. I got 3 colors from them. I got This one is Shoal, so I know my lighting is not very good. Pull back, will it light up? No. Okay, so it's a nice dark blue-green. And then, so this is for the yoke. And then for the body, I got Opal Heather. So, coloring is not the best. And then for the sleeves, I got Clarity, which is a pale blue. Terrible lighting. I'm so sorry. Yep. This is not the call for yarn. The call for yarn was Quincy and Co. Finch. When I went to yarnsub.com, this was like a 98% match to that yarn. So I got this. It's cheaper. That's how my life is run, because I have no money. Anyway, so I got just this tiny little start. It's so dark. It's really like an inch of work. I did make a color swatch, or not color swatch, my bad, a gauge swatch, and I pretty much hit it on the nose for the first time ever in my life. And I'm super excited about that. So this is the body color. Again, this is not going to show up well. But yeah. That is it, guys. That is all I have to show for knitting for this past month. That is how I'm doing. I'm reviewing for this past month. That is all I have to show you guys. Nice short video. I'm sorry about I know I feel like I was all over the place, not structured, but that's who I am. I'm all over the place and unstructured in my crafts. So thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking and supporting my love of doing this kind of stuff. Once my Sunday sweater is finished, I think I'm going to focus more on the cardigan that I have going on, and then maybe my tidal texture, or yeah, texture tied sweater. We'll see. This one's going to be a handful. The pattern is very crazy. All right, guys. Again, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you next month. Bye.